Carl White and, not or, but and, yes, and, the Marketing Animals have got a Get More Loans Mastermind event. Now, they have one going on in February. Sold out. Completely done. Now, they got another one coming up. Going to be in March. By popular demand only. If you guys want this, it is Get More Loans Mastermind event with Carl White and the Marketing Animals. Check this thing out. It's going to be great. Invest in your business and, heck, go down to Florida. The weather is fantastic this time of year. Check it out, guys. Click this banner right over there. Okay, so I keep hearing about Fannie and Freddie coming out of conservatorship. This has been going on ad nauseum for over a decade now, but it seems to be picking up now. Now, I even heard somebody saying that the end of GSE conservatorship was going to be funded in part by Biden's Build Back Better bill. Now, even if that was true, which it's not, the Build Back Better bill isn't going anywhere, so get that out of your mind. So as we sit here, Biden has nominated Sandra Thompson to run the FHFA. She is currently the acting director. She wants to be the permanent director. See, Thompson spent much of her career at the FDIC. Thompson led the agency's examination and enforcement program for number one, risk management, that's a big one, and number two, consumer protection at the height of the financial crisis. So risk mitigation and consumer protection are at the core of her DNA, and she is going to be running the FHFA. That's what they're going to be doing. Moving the GSEs out of conservatorship and out of her personal control is not what's going to take place. It doesn't make sense for her. So this might not seem important to you, but did you know that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the two in conservatorship under the FHFA, thus under Thompson's control, are the largest holders of credit risk in the entire world? Thompson is the end-all decision maker of all of that debt, making her one of the most powerful people in the entire world, not just the country. But here's the most evident example of why Fannie and Freddie will remain in conservatorship going forward. Thompson, Biden's FHFA nominee, has made it clear that the agency cannot end the conservatorship without help from the Department of Treasury and the Justice, and most importantly, Congress itself. She needs permission and a whole bunch of cash. Congress will not pass anything, and the Treasury's not giving up a dime. They're too busy taking money from the GSEs. See, neither of these are going to happen under the current administration and the current leadership. In short, Fannie and Freddie and their billions in profit will continue to be taken by the federal government via the Treasury rather than going to private investors of the GSEs, no matter how much those investors bicker about this. Foreclosures, my friends, are at an all-time low. Go figure, like right in the middle of a pandemic, all-time low. But understand this, foreclosures are not, I repeat, are not a sign of the health of the economy or the housing market. The lack of foreclosures has way more to do with the record equity that we have in this country right now. In short, nobody is going to get foreclosed on who has $153,000 in equity, which, by the way, that alone bears repeating, doesn't it? The average household as we sit here in the United States has $153,000 in equity. I remember when the average sales price of a house wasn't even $153,000. Now we have that in equity across the board, and that includes Mississippi and North Dakota. I have to side note this for a second and get in the weeds here. Loan officers, $153,000 on average equity on every house in the country that's owned. Cash out refinances, debt consolidation, home improvement refinances. What the hell is wrong with you people, you loan officers? This analytic is screaming at you to do something about it. Go attack it, all this equity with cash out refinances. But back to the story at hand here, foreclosures. See, with all of that equity, you're just going to sell your house before you get foreclosed on. So that makes sense. But there's some other interesting news when it comes to mortgage payments and foreclosure abatement. Did you know that those 30 days late but not in foreclosure currently sit at 3.38% of all mortgages, and that's down 5.88% month over month, and it's down 44.46% year over year. That's amazing. That comes out to 1,799,000 properties right now who are over 30 days late. Seems like a lot, but it's not. But what it is a lot of listings for agents who can access and appropriate lists. But overall, this is shockingly fantastic news. That number is shockingly fantastic news. Fantastic that that number is so incredibly low. It's amazing how much more responsible folks get when they feel like they have something to lose, like $158,000 in equity. Now, foreclosure pre-sale inventory, get this, it's at 0.24 of 1%. It is virtually non-existent. Nothing. Seriously, it's like there's that one village idiot that's clueless who's right now in foreclosure, and he is the only one. That's it. These numbers are down 3.8% month over month and down 27.98% year over year. Again, the more equity we gain, the fewer the foreclosures we get, and we know what's going on with equity. Now, did you know that foreclosure starts? Village idiots. Evidently, there's 4,100 of them in the country because that's how many foreclosure starts we have right now amongst all the millions and millions of houses. That's down 10.81% month over, which is massive again, and it's down 42.25% year over year. Again, these numbers are all shockingly fantastic. So what have we learned? Foreclosures are down. Not a very good indicator about the health of the mortgage and real estate industry when everybody has $150,000 plus in equity on average, but that doesn't tell the story. The number of those not making payments and those starting down the foreclosure road because they don't make their payments is strikingly low, and that's kind of good news. And I only say kind of because I'm going to tell you, and I'm not joking about this, personally, I'd like to see foreclosures a little bit higher. Actually, I'd like to see foreclosures quite a bit higher. Well, how can you say that, Brian? That's a horrible thing to say. I don't know. Simply put, a healthy real estate market is not from equity, days on market, sales price appreciation, none of that. Real estate is healthy when we churn it, when we turn it over, when people buy and sell houses. That's a healthy real estate market. That and that alone is really the titillating type of stimulation that makes every aspect of our economy work better. So when it comes to more inventory, like Malcolm X said, by any means necessary, even foreclosures. What I really want to know is what do you guys think about it, and what are you doing to read the tea leaves of what tomorrow brings 2022 in the real estate and mortgage space? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. With that said, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Make it a great day and happy selling. Cheers.